Hey, greetings, friends. Dennis LaRue here, your executive and life coach with LDR, Leaders Develop Relationships. And this is the hashtag steeltoesrequired quote of the week, number 85. Number 85. Each week for 85 episodes, been together sharing quotes that have impacted my life, that have inspired me, that have poked me, that have got me uncomfortable and got me growing. And I share those with you with the intent of you putting your steel toes on, busting down the doors and obstacles in your way, giving you that fire and motivation to get uncomfortable and to get moving and becoming the best version of yourself. And so this week's quote comes from Mandino in his book, Mission Success. Mandino, Mission Success. And he said this. This is just simple and profound. He said this. He said, faith is the strongest armor a human can wear. Faith is the strongest armor a human can wear. Whew. Think about that for a minute. When you think of armor, do you think of faith? You probably, maybe like me, when I was thinking about armor, I wasn't thinking about faith. I was thinking maybe like Captain America, the Avengers and everything that's going on with the movies, the Marvel movies, and his body armor, his shield. Maybe Batman if you're of the DC Comics flavor, the armor that he wears. Or maybe you're thinking historically of a knight in shining armor, riding on his horse with his shield and with his sword. You're not thinking about faith, but as I think more about it, faith is a strong armor. And why is that? Why is faith so important? I think of this as a layered, armor is layered. And I'm military. Another term when you think of armor may be Kevlar. Maybe it's the flak jacket or some of the other gear that we had to wear. Those of you that are veterans, those of you that have been out there and had to wear those type of things, you understand the armor that is worn by the military member for battle, for preparation for battle. And it's a layered armor. Think of this for a minute. Faith is a layered armor because first off, the very bottom line, up front, most important layer of faith in your armor begins with you. Belief in you. If you don't have that layer, the rest of the armor isn't really going to protect you very well and won't protect you very long. Faith in you. Belief in you. Do you believe in you? Do you believe in what you're doing, in your calling, in your purpose? Is there an evidence of faith in the things that you do? Because in sports, you can tell when a team, when a player doesn't believe in themselves. You can see it in their body language. You can see it in the team. You can see it in the way that they move on the court or on the field. That lack of faith. And when there's that lack of faith in a team, the other team pounces on it. It's over. Do you believe in you? Another layer is that faith from others, that belief from others. There are times that we borrow other people's belief in us when we do struggle with our own faith. When others believe in us, maybe that's a teacher who has shared an encouraging word with you over the years that really sparked your growth. I can remember my teacher saying to me as a kid that my handwriting was excellent. I had excellent handwriting. And that belief in me, that positive statement, I'm sharing it with you right now. It's been a long time since I was in the second and third grade. But yet I still remember that belief from my teacher, that statement of belief in me. And I still work very hard on my handwriting to this very day and believe in it. What about you? Whose belief are you borrowing? It's that other layer. Believe in yourself. The belief from others. I'm also a person of faith, so belief in God. whoever that is for you. A belief in God, those three things. And another is not only belief from others, but belief in others. Do you believe in others? And when you layer that aspect of faith together, it is a strong armor. It's a layered armor. And think about this when it comes to belief from others. Imagine for a moment you're competing. You're having a rough day. And you hear that voice. You hear a voice, or you know there's a person in the stands watching your performance. And you hear that voice. What happens? Hey, Mom, I see you there. What happens when you hear that voice? I can tell you what happens for me. When I hear that voice in the stands of that person that's there watching me, that I know is watching me, and they shout my name, there is an energy that's electric. There is a supercharge, and there is a moment where you go from not doing anything to doing almost everything. You feel like you can do anything. And that turbocharge, I remember to this day, I was in a race. My mom was there. My mom was the voice in this race. I'm in this race. It's a half-mile race, and I am getting my butt kicked. My senior year, my butt, I'm running a horrible race. My butt's getting kicked. I'm on the back side of the 800, so I'm on the back side. I'm in the last 300 of this race. And I hear my mom from across the stands basically tell me to get my butt in gear, to pick it up. And in that moment, a switch flipped in my mind just like that. And I took off. I ended up catching and passing the guy who was in first place in the last 10 meters and won the race. When belief from others, when you have that faith from others, it turbocharges your belief, and you can accomplish superhuman things. Now, winning that race wasn't superhuman, but from the position I was in to win, that was a superhuman effort to come from behind, because I was way back there. But the point is this: faith. When we have those layered faith from others, in ourselves, from God, and in others, it literally is the strongest armor that there is. And it leads us to superhuman accomplishments. I mean, with faith we can move mountains, we're told in the Bible. Faith as small as a mustard seed. Why a mustard seed? Because that kind of faith is hard to come by. There's not many who have it. So my encouragement to you is to get it. To get that kind of faith. That kind of faith that moves mountains. But it starts with that belief in you. Do you even believe it's possible? What is your mountain? What is the mountain that you're saying is impossible? Because faith doesn't accept the impossible. It believes in the impossible. It sees past the impossible to what is possible. So if you're seeing the impossible, you have the wrong kind of faith. Where is your faith? What's your faith in? You can do it. You can do it. But you have to see through it. You have to see beyond the obstacle. And that layered faith helps you. If you don't believe you can do it, ultimately you won't. But there's others out there that see it in you, and they speak it into you, and they're the one, like my mom in the stands, cheering you on to kick you in the rear to get you going, because the potential's there. You have the potential. It's not that you're wasting potential. It's asleep, and it needs to wake up. Here's your wake-up call. Here's your round to it. It's time. It's time for you to wake up and to believe and put on your armor and move forward and accomplish what you believe is impossible. It's time to change that belief. Change that belief. I believe in you. You need to believe in you. God believes in you. He created you. You're in His image. You are in His image. You were made for dominion. You weren't made to just settle for possible. You were made for impossible. You were made to accomplish more. So step in to your armor of faith. Step in. Because again, Mandino said it. He said it in his book right here. I'm going to read it again. He said, faith, it's the strongest armor a human can wear. Are you wearing your armor? If you see the impossible, you're not wearing your armor. And if you're going into battle without your armor, you're in trouble. As a matter of fact, David went into battle without armor. The armor that he had was given to him, borrowed armor. He couldn't wear it. So he went in with his own armor. He went in with faith in himself. He had the faith of an entire nation, and he had the faith of God. And what happened? The giant was slayed. Who's your giant? Who's your giant? It's time for you to slay that giant, and it's a superhuman effort. It's going to take a superhuman effort. It's going to take a superhuman faith. It's going to be powerful, and it moves mountains, and it starts with you. Do you believe in you? I believe in you. Do you believe in you? Now's your time. And if you don't, why? What is it? What's holding you back? What is holding you back? It could be a capability. Go get it. But if it is your will, you have to dig deep and pull it out. You have to dig deep. You got to go within. That's where inspiration comes from. Faith is birthed from inspiration, because inspiration comes from within. It's within you. It is breathed within you. You need to let it out. Unleash you. Unleash you. This is your day. This is your time. This is your hour. Step into your armor and unleash you. My friends, that's the hashtag steeltoesrequired quote of the week, coming from Mandino, who said one last time, faith is the strongest armor a human can ever wear. I pray this added value to you. If it did, if you know somebody that needs to hear this, like, comment. I love to respond to your comments. And take a moment to share. Just take a moment, hit the button, and share with your friends. I would greatly appreciate that and be honored if you would do so. And with that, I close with my favorite part, the blessing. And here's the blessing. I pray the blessing of bread that you know no hunger. I pray the blessing of salt, that your life would be filled with flavor and that you would add flavor to others' lives. I pray the blessing of wine, that joy and prosperity would be yours, and that the love of God would be your portion this day and forevermore. My friends, thank you so much for joining me on the hashtag steeltoesrequired quote of the week. Have a great week. Go put on your armor. Go knock down those doors and let me know. I would love to hear how you kick down those obstacles in your way this week, how your faith grows, and how you are making a difference. All right, friends, take care. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.